Hello fellas, today I'm afraid I'm going to have to apologise for the lack of Sims 4 Legacy episode. The reason being is what you may have seen in the previous episode is it was lagging out quite a lot, and what I tried to do to combat that was to essentially lower the bitrate of the video itself. The previous one last week, that one was at 8,000 kilobits per second, the video physical size as it were, and that was lagging out. So what I did, I lowered the bitrate to 5,000, which I think is what YouTube physically uploads videos at. I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I think that's what they do. So I loaded it to 5,000 and it still lagged out. The reason why it's lagging out is simply because of the processing power of my processor in my computer. I do have a gaming computer, but again, it's 4 years old and it's not exactly built to be running 3 programs at a time, because most of the time I'll be running a game. My OBS that records the game footage, and my Audacity, which records my voice that you're hearing right now. I have enough RAM to run all of them, but however, my processor power can't process all 3 things at once. I could play a game perfectly fine with no lagging issues at all if I'm not recording. However, as soon as I start to record, it takes a lot more processing power for it to do that, because it's physically recording the screen. I think is what's taking the most of it. But unfortunately, I can't physically do anything about that until I get a new computer. So essentially what's going to happen with the Sims 4 series, because it's such a big game, it takes quite a lot of processing power, and there is a lot of things happening at once on the screen, because you've got people walking around here and there. You could have like maybe 10 to 20 Sims on a lot at a time, and the game has to physically process all those Sims at one time, which is why the game lags out so much, because it's trying to throw all this processing power into my processor, and it can't cope, which is why it lags out, and it tries to prioritize the game over the recording system, and then it can't record. And that's essentially how it works. When I'm playing my game, I'm playing it relatively fine. I don't really get any lag issues, but it records. The recording just freezes in places. I will put examples on that you've probably seen 1 or 2, depending on where I put them. But in the first one, the previous Sims episode, it completely lagged out when he was fishing. I'm not 100% certain why. It possibly was because we was on the park and there are a lot of Sims there, and it was processing the amount of the randomness of the fish he was catching. And then today I was in a bar, and there was essentially about 10 Sims in there, and again the recording just completely froze up, and it just would not continue. It took nearly a whole minute or so before the game I had to pause the game for the recording to go, right, we're there now, I can carry on, because it was processing so much it could not physically cope with all things. So in spite of these things, unfortunately I'm going to have to essentially postpone the Sims 4 series until I get a new computer. That will unfortunately take a little bit of time, because I can't just literally upgrade a processing unit, because they're essentially stuck to your motherboard. So I'd have to buy another motherboard as well, and that could be anywhere between about 400 and £2,000 for just a motherboard and a processing unit, depending on the quality you get. And I'd rather not spend that money unless I'm upgrading my entire system, because I want to do that anyway. So essentially, this series is going to be completely postponed until I've got a new system. It won't be for quite a while. I've got a couple things I need to pay for first, and then I'm gonna essentially get straight on that and start paying for things, essentially saving up for a new computer. I have a new job in the process that's got full-time hours, so should be able to rack up some cash with that. Hopefully, I'm not 100% certain when I get the new computer. We'll just have to hopefully come along and figure out when it gets there. I will let you know, and as soon as I let you know, I will put up a new Sims video. As soon as I get a new computer, that'll be one of the first videos that goes straight up. I'll literally bang on there, bang, set up, record, edit, upload, done. It will be there straight in front of you as soon as I can get it done. But until I get a new computer, I'm afraid I cannot do these videos because of the amount of lag. I'd rather give you a decent video than essentially a slideshow for you to watch. It doesn't make decent video. Most of my other games are okay at this precise moment. Skyrim, it doesn't tend to lag out very often because you only tend to get like 2 or 3. You probably get a maximum of about maybe 5 people at once. If you're like in a horde of places, even so, I've had other places with like 10 people, and the AI is essentially exactly the same for each player. There might be a slight difference between them, but with The Sims, every person has a different aspect they have to relate to, because you've got all these different traits and they've all got different things, and it's got to process each one. Whereas with the Skyrim, it's like it's got one processing for essentially all the mini people, and then the boss will have his own one as well. So it's a little less on the processing power. Korea, that one does lag out a bit, but I reckon that one's partly because it loads an entire level rather than loading just the bit you're in. If it was like Minecraft where it loaded in chunks, it might be a lot easier for the processor, but I think it loads, and I'm not 100% certain, I think it loads essentially a lot more of, essentially loads the entire area you're living in. The whole level, it loads the entire lot, and I'm up to a certain extent, obviously. Don't ask me how far it goes. I don't know. I've not looked. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we won't. But I'm gonna keep the other 3 series, and this series is currently going to be postponed, unfortunately. So that's what I'm going to do for you. That's what I'm essentially going to happen at this precise moment. Is again, as I said, as soon as I can get it on, I will get it on immediately. But until then, I'm afraid you'll just have to wait. I'm sorry. So that's essentially what I'm going to say. That's the end of this bit at the moment. So I do apologise for essentially freezing it in less than 4 episodes, but I can't give you a slideshow to watch. It's just unfair for you, really. But I am going to essentially replace this one with a different series, which you'll see. It won't be every Wednesday. It'll be like one of my other ones, but I will bring it when I bring it back. It will be in the same schedule, Wednesdays every day. So don't worry. As soon as it's back, you'll know it's back. So I'll see you in a short while when I put up the new video that I'm replacing it with. So I'll see you shortly. Bye.